2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers and the 80's team. It'll be the 80's team off the tip. And now the Lakers starting group. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's James in at small forward. Jordan with the bucket.
And just beautiful form on MJ's jumper. A part of the game he polishes more and more every year.
And here's Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kuzma. And the Lakers get it back. Rondo against Johnson. James outside. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Johnson dishes to McHale. Great D that time from Green. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Green, the pass to Kuzma. Outside Rondo. Trying to get open is Davis. The shot by Rondo is no good.
Cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I spoke with the head coach of the 80's team. Facing one of the game's truly elite players in Anthony Davis, he said, an all-around player, he'll find a way to affect the game. We've got to build a wall, force him to be a playmaker. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Malone with the block.
How about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
And the Lakers have possession.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
Jordan kicks to Johnson. With the floater. And here's Bird from the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
Now here is Davis. Back to James. Lets it go with a 3. No good on that one. And the 80's team going the other way now. Here's Johnson. A rebound by the Lakers. Kuzma outside. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Kuzma.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Now here's Bird. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Bird against James. From deep three-point range, here's Malone. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. A floater. A second chance effort. Johnson can't get it to go. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. Here's Green. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Davis. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And 3 from Jordan. And Davis pulls it down. The Lakers trail. Stolen by Magic. And it's out of bounds. Still the 80's team ball. So the 80's team called timeout. They're first.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
They grabbed their own miss. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, and Malone excels at putting himself in a great position, really on both ends. Just a dynamite rebounder and interior scorer.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops from Malone. And both free throws good for Malone.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on his stroke.
Now Rondo. They kick it out to Green. Los Angeles with another miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Johnson inside, guarded by Green. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Malone is an absolute nightmare on the offensive glass. Does a great job of establishing that position for that putback slam.
Now here's James. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now the pass to Kuzma. Just 4 to shoot. And finished off by Davis.
An all-around player. Kuzma is very solid at finding his guys in their spots.
Feeds it to Jordan. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Jordan's got his second basket.
I mean, he's finding some good shots early on, and what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Rondo. On the wing, Green. And stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And Davis pulls it down. Lakers trail by 5. Kuzma with it. And it's Bird picking him up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Larry Bird.
Coming out of high school, Kuzma was a very raw player, but his development was fast and furious at the college level, and he continued to get better once he entered the NBA.
Free throw good, Kuzma. Second free throw, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the 80s team. 4-point game. Passes to Bird. Shoots over Kuzma. Bird can't hit. Bird's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Trying to get open is Bird. And the shot is good from Johnson.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
LeBron with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Green passes to Rondo. With some arc. Great tee that time from Johnson.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim. I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Green, the pass to Kuzma. Outside Rondo. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Malone, and Davis gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. 6 points for Davis. And the 80s team has possession. They lead by 4. And Malone gets double-teamed. Here's Jordan. The 19-footer is on the money.
Yeah, nice timing there on that catch and shoot. Jordan was such a musical rhythm to his game.
James against Bird. Pass to Davis. Dishes to Green. Here's Kuzma. Drains it from beyond the arc. Kuzma's got 6 points.
An outstanding three-point shooter. Kuzma is a prototype stretch 4. That makes him very valuable.
Malone kicks to Johnson. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Over Green. No good from Jordan.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Outside Rondo. The pass to LeBron. Malone against Davis. There's Green with the 3. That shot off the mark. And the 80s team going the other way now. The drive by Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, the explosive doesn't even begin to describe it. Jordan simply flying.
James, the pass to Green. Back to James. Over Jordan. LeBron, good.
And the in-between shot of James, a thing of beauty. I mean, he's so clever at taking advantage of this area of the floor.
Johnson kicks to Bird. Shot on the wing. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 5.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
LeBron against Bird. Left side Davis. He dishes it to Rondo. Kuzma outside. And here's Green outside. Good D by Jordan.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good.
Wow, hammering it in.
Oh, come on. Hall of Fame athleticism and ability. James has no problem throwing it down in style.
Passes it to Jordan. Johnson, a wide open look. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Johnson's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. 1:29 left in the first quarter of the game. McGee dishes to Daniels. Pass to Cook. Releases. The offensive rebound. And McGee kicks to Cook. Out left to the wing. Here's Cousins. And the Lakers with another miss. And the 80's team has possession. 6-point game. Irving passes to Worthy. And the rejection by Cousins.
And one of the things Cousins has continued to develop, his defense. Really makes an effort to swat that shot away.
Daniels dishes to Cook. Back to Daniels. Lets the three fly. Worthy pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here is Cook. No points in the game yet for him. Cousins inside. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Here's Irving. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the home team holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look, guys, at the 80's team performance. What are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
Lakers trail by 8. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the 80's team, they've got Abdul-Jabbar. Irving is out there with Thomas. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's Worthy in at the 3 slot. Caldwell Pope against Worthy. Stolen by Thomas. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. And the jam by Isaiah Thomas.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Back to Cook. Pass to Daniels. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. And it's McGee with the jam.
And you see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the 80's team. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Shooting for the 80's team. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Cook looking it over. On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. Cans the shot from the wing.
Assist goes to Quinn.
The 80's team with the ball. They're leading by 8. Right side, Thomas. To the middle, Irving. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Irving's got his first basket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
There's the pass to Caldwell Pope. Passes it to Cousins. Kicks it to Daniels. Here is McGee. Shot clock at 5. Battles through traffic and lays it in. McGee's got 4 points this quarter.
With height and heart, Kevin, McGee can do damage around the rim.
Outside Worthy. Pass to Irving. From 18 feet away, Thomas gets the bucket. Thomas got the lead up to 10 now for the 80's team.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
From 13 feet, it goes down. And now a 12-point 80's team lead.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Pass to Daniels. Over Irving. Offensive rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the slam dunk by Irving.
Yeah, finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of Thomas at work.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the pass to Daniels. No good on the triple. The 80's team with the ball. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Here's Thomas. The shot, no good. Nice D from Cousins. And here's Daniels. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing. The Lakers making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. And he's good on the second. And the 80's team has possession. Now here's Thomas. He has 6. Passes it to Abdul-Jabbar. And here's Irving. Shoots over Bradley. And he overshot that one, missing. Here is Cook. The dish to Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. For 3. Cans it from downtown. Caldwell Pope's got 5.
And there's no real answer for Caldwell Pope in pick and roll sets. He can beat you with the shot outside or his quickness inside.
His first shot coming late. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
So active, so energetic, helping to lead the charge for this team.
The 80's team making a switch here. Wilkins is checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for JaVale McGee. And James subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Abdul-Jabbar no good on that one. Lakers trail by 12. Here's Cook. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Amazing floor awareness from Cousins. Skilled at spotting the open man.
Right wing. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Wilkins. Over Cook. They get it again. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Lakers.
One shot.
That one misses for Olajuwon.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Bradley can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Thomas, good.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Here's LeBron. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Count that bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
James outside. Snatched away. 4-on-3 break. The kick out to Wilkins. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. Shot's good by Wilkins.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Now here's LeBron. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 6. And they get it. The shot, no good. And the 80s team going the other way now.
Until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Pass to Olajuwon. And stolen by James. And the dunk by James.
You can't give James a lane to the basket. He's exceptionally quick at attacking on the drive.
Rondo against Thomas. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Wilkins against Bradley. Shot's good by Wilkins. Wilkins has got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
Rondo passes to Cousins. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Thomas passes to Wilkins. Fires top of the key. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Bradley off the drive. Can't cash in from close range.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
But they get it back. No good from Abdul-Jabbar.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Bradley against Thomas. And there's the pass to Wilkins. Good work there as it goes.
Timeout.
Wilkins has got 7 now in this quarter.
Just a smooth, clever playmaker. Isaiah keeping his teammates involved here.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's James. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for him.
There's no stopping James. I mean, when he's committed to scoring, he powers his way through everything.
Double team on Thomas. Wilkins against Davis. Now Wilkins, 7 points in the game. Ring shot on the way. It's deflected.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical more to redirect shots.
Malone with the block. It's stolen by Davis. Kuzma kicks to Rondo. High arcing shot.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Green, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And Malone with the stuff.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. James looking around. No good from 11 feet.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Bird dishes to Thomas. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. Thomas got 10.
Yeah, taking it right into the teeth of the defense. And it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Yeah, it's getting to him, GA. I mean, the lack of communication, the lack of trust.
It's good. That's 10 points for LeBron.
And these are James' type of shots. He makes these consistently. You got to D him up from there.
Malone outside. Up top, Bird. From deep. Tries again. Malone, good. 10 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Green. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
To the left wing. McHale left side. Outside, Wilkins. Pass to Thomas. From deep three-point range. Well shot off that time. Great D that time from LeBron. Here's Rondo. Some solid defense by Malone. Rondo's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Wilkins. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
How about the half-line acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Malone with the block.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And so it's the home team taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. An exceptional performance so far from Moses Malone.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Taking a look at the Lakers. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Rondo in at the point.
Impressive agility of Kuzma. Moves so well towards the rim. Got to seal him off if you're the defense.
Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for Jordan. He's checked in for Larry Bird. And both free throws good for Kuzma. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the 80's team. Pass to Malone. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And Malone, a high percentage scorer when he gets it in deep. Once he's got the defense on his back, the game becomes easy with his ability to score.
Rondo passes to Davis. James outside. Floats it up for Davis.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Davis has gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his second personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Magic Johnson.
And the first one drops. The 80's team making a switch here. Bird's checked in. And both free throws good for Johnson. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Rondo against Johnson. Now here's Green. Guarded close. And finished off by Anthony Davis.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
One shot.
And that one falls for Davis. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Johnson with it. He has 7. Bird outside. Outside Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Wide open look. They get it back. And it's McHale finishing it off.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
James, solid play in the low block, and that one's good. James has got 12 in the game.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Pass to McHale. Malone kicks to Johnson. Michael Jordan on the wing, guarded by Green. Bird against James. McHale trying to free himself. Bird can't hit.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Magic Johnson. That's his first personal foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Kuzma passes to Rondo. Tipped away. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. And the 80's team has possession. Johnson outside. He kicks to Jordan. Here's Bird. Malone trying to break free. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. LeBron's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Johnson against Rondo. Malone passes to Bird. Clock at 6. Bird can't get that one to fall.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside, Green. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Olajuwon's checked in for Moses Malone. And then for Los Angeles, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Johnson surveying the floor. The pass to Jordan. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Lakers.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And it's Cook missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
On the wing, Johnson. 7 points in the game. Passes it to Bird to stop the drought. And the 3-ball is good. Bird's got 8 points.
Could there be any doubt? I mean, Bird's such a dead-eye shooter. Sometimes this guy practices threes with his eyes closed.
Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Over Jordan. And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket. He has 7. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Johnson outside. Pass to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. And Magic Johnson the bucket on the assist by Jordan. That's 10 points for Johnson.
And entering the league, Magic was an average shooter at best. Has worked extremely hard to improve that facet of his game.
Back to LeBron. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. LeBron's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Physical D. When LeBron, the body control, the focus, it really doesn't matter.
Outside Jordan from deep. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. James outside. Down low and taken away by Magic. And here's the break. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
Greg, that's about as a high percentage a look as you're going to get. Running the floor beautiful.
Bird against Caldwell Pope. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Gervin's checked in for Larry Bird. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Bradley comes in for James. Bradley against Gervin. 6 on the shot clock. Floats it up for Davis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Johnson double-teamed. The pass to McHale. And he drops it in from the low post. McHale's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Here is Cook. Passes it to Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. The Lakers have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
Anthony Davis. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Davis.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
The 80s team making a switch here. Irving's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Daniels is checked in. Both good from the line that time. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the 80s team. Johnson draws the double. Outside Irving. Pass to Gervin. Kicks to Johnson. To the inside. And Olajuwon gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Cousins, the pass to Daniels. Now Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot. Bradley, that's for 2. And again, no good by the Lakers.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Outside Irving. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Pass to Davis. Over Gervin. And again, the Lakers no good. Here's Johnson, and Magic Johnson with the slam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Timeout called the Lakers. You gotta like what Magic Johnson has done in this game.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Worthy's checked in for Kevin McHale. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. McGee's checked in. And here is Cousins. Now Daniels for three. Caldwell Pope. Hakeem Olajuwon with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Daniels kicks to Bradley. And the pass to Cousins. McGee dishes to Daniels. Will it go? And he's good on the three ball.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that, but either way, it's a tough shot.
Passes to Gervin. All sorts of time. Not going to go that time. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Caldwell Pope passes to McGee, and that one drops.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
For Los Angeles, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
One shot.
That's good from McGee.
Yeah, McGee, he's made an awful lot of stops along the way in his NBA career, but he's been a productive player on just about every team he's played for.
Johnson, the pass to Gervin. On the wing, Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
And guys, it's crazy. He really was a late bloomer. You know, Irving didn't have the big-time amateur career you hear about with some stars, but boy, he's more than made up for it.
That's good from Irving. The 80's team making a switch here. Malone's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Danny Green, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Rondo passes to McGee. Back to Rondo. Malone with the block. Gervin outside. Teardrop shot. Here's Olajuwon. A putback. Rondo against Malone. Malone with the block. And they get it back. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
And the 80's team has possession. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. Gervin. Rebounded by the Lakers. Cousins has got 6 rebounds in the game.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
It's stolen by Rondo. Pass to McGee. Back to Rondo. Pass to McGee. Olajuwon against Rondo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And how good is Rondo in terms of the focus at the rim? Doesn't matter how much contact there is. He's just got that ability to finish.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
And Rondo, no good on that one. Here's Dantley. He's covered by Daniels. Thomas gets the bucket.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Now here's Cousins. And that one released in time, but no good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the 80s team running away with this one. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Dominique Wilkins out there with Thomas. Then it's Kareem. Then it's Worthy. And it's Dantley in at the small forward position. And there's the pass to Thomas. Off target from three-point range. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Daniels. And the shot goes in.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Thomas surveying the D. Down it goes. Nice one there from Dantley.
He's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Thomas. Passes it to Dantley. Wilkins controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Here's Caruso. Pass to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. The three. Offensive rebound. McGee. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
See, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
Pass to Dantley. Jacks up a three. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Throws it up high. And he lays in the alley-oop.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Outside Thomas. There's the pass to Dantley. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Lakers ball.
The 80s team making some changes. Malone's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Johnson in for Isaiah Thomas. The Lakers also changing it up. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Dudley. LeBron comes in for Troy Daniels. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Alex Caruso. Passes to LeBron. Launches a three. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Johnson left side. Johnson draws the double. Inside and stolen by LeBron. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
LeBron is so aggressive, virtually unguardable. Tough to contain when he's going up to shoot.
LeBron James at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for James.
The agility, the instincts, the power. I mean, James remains a dominant figure on both ends of the floor.
Johnson dishes to Malone. To the inside. Chalk up two there.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And they double up James. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
Rondo with the steal. Fast break, the Lakers. And he gets the whistle. Two free throws coming up.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Anthony Davis. At the line for two.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
He's off on the second. And the 80s team has possession. They have a 19-point lead.
And right there, you see how quickly MJ gets into the air. Yet another one of his natural gifts.
Rondo against Johnson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Moses Malone.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rondo. And he makes both free throws. Johnson with it. Knocked away. To the paint. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Johnson. And 12 points for Jordan.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
And it's sent back by McHale.
Yeah, easy call.
Shooting for Los Angeles. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Kuzma. Both shots good from the stripe. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Johnson with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Back to Johnson. And a wide open look for Jordan. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got his 5th assist in this one. Down low, here's Kuzma, rejected by McHale. And he's going up for the alley-oop, and it's slammed in by Malone.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Outside, Green drains the three-pointer.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Here's Johnson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting for your 80's team, Magic Johnson. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Johnson. And here's Rondo. Pass to James. Shoots over Bird, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Defensively, I know we say it every game. You have to try to make someone other than LeBron beat you. Easier said than done.
And Jordan has it in the corner. McHale trying to free himself. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Johnson.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Stolen by Bird. Johnson, the pass to Malone. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Davis.
Personal foul. Shooting for your 80's team, Moses Malone. 2 shots.
Free throw dropped for Malone. Gervin's checked in for Bird. The Lakers also changing it up. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Avery Bradley comes in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And both free throws good for Malone. Now LeBron. To the middle. Here's Bradley. Malone with the block. They recover it. Launches it. And that's collected by Malone. Malone's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
That's his 2nd personal foul. Shooting for your 80's team, Magic Johnson. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. And both free throws good for Johnson. And it's Cook with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. to halt the run. And he lays it up and in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut. His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Now here's Bradley. Pass to Davis. Unable to get that one. McHale with some nice D. Poked loose. It's stolen by Davis. Here's the break. He feeds it to Cook. Dishes it to James. LeBron is doubled. Bradley, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 6 assists now in the game. Now here's Johnson. He's guarded closer. Tries it from 19. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 14 points now in the second half.
It's just one of those nights where Jordan can do no wrong offensively. And let's talk about the endurance to go along with it. Wow.
Here's Davis. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Gervin outside. On the clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Caldwell Pope.
Shooting for your 80's team, George Gervin. At the line for 2.
The first one falls, so it's both teams making substitutions here. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Here is Dudley. He kicks it to Bradley. Offline with his 3.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Here's Dantley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And if I had to think of one word to describe Dantley, it would be prolific. AD doesn't have weeks where he averages 30 a game. How about he does it for seasons? Just a scoring machine.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. So it's the Lakers now. Here's Caruso. The pass to Caldwell Pope. Let's go. And McHale pulls it down. McHale's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Gervin. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 6 assists in the game.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Caldwell Pope outside. McGee in the corner. Outside Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. From deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Now here's Thomas. Defense is right there. Here's Dantley, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Bradley passes to Dudley. 6 to shoot. Caldwell Pope for 3. That shot is off. And the 80s team going the other way now. Outside Thomas. Passes it to Abdul-Jabbar. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
There's 1:34 left in the fourth quarter. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Dudley. They could use a bucket. Drills the three-pointer. Dudley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Abdul-Jabbar with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Dudley against McHale. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Here's Caruso. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the paint. McGee finds Caldwell Pope. Clock at 4. Fires for 3. He's off on that one.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The shot from the low post is good.
The dribble moves of Caldwell Pope just utterly hypnotizing to watch.
Outside Thomas. So it's the 80s team winning this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.